Sahanavavatu, sahanauभुनक्तु, saha vīryaṃ karavāvahai, tejasvi nāvadhītamastu ma vidviṣāvahai. Om śāṃtiḥ śāṃtiḥ śāṃtiḥ. Hariom. The mantra that I just chanted is from our Vedas. All the Veda mantras start with a Shanti mantra, and each one of this Shanti mantra is a very potent one, trying to direct the entire humanity towards a peaceful living. Because peace is a very fundamental foundation based on which humanity can progress. We as human beings can progress. Including the ability to enjoy, the ability to be happy, the ability to serve others is a possibility, and very great possibility, provided we have that foundation of peace. I would in fact say that without this platform of peace, to experience that joy and we can enjoy it is impossible. Try to think about it this way. My mind is restless and yet I am happy. Is it possible? If I have to be happy, my mind has to be restful. It has to cherish that peace within to be able to enjoy something. A restless mind can never achieve that. So the foundation for an individual, for a seeker, as well as for the entire humanity is to find that baseline of peace. And this mantra very beautifully brings that point. Sahanavavatu, sahanavabhunaktu, saha vīryaṃ karavāvahai, tejasvi nāvadhītamastu ma vidviṣāvahai. Om śāṃtiḥ śāṃtiḥ śāṃtiḥ. Sahanavavatu. Let us both, you and me, put this effort so that we can ferry each other, move each other towards the right direction, so that we can help each other grow in a right direction. Sahanavavatu. Sahanavabhunaktu. Whatever be the result of it, let us both be responsible in sharing it with oneself, with each other, and through each other to the rest of the world. I am not a person who is independent in this world. We are all interdependent. And in this sense of interdependency, I am what I am because of my effort plus the entire environment around which has helped me be who I am. Therefore, when I am with my efforts yielding a certain result, it is both myself as well as the environment, which gets an equal share in what I have, in what I am. Saha nāvabhunaktu. In order to cherish, in order to reach to that level wherein I can be a constant, constructive, positive, productive influence onto the society, onto the environment that I exist in, let us both identify that resource, that talent, that skill within each other, and may we put that effort, vīryaṃ karavāvahai, let us both put that effort in such a way that both of us benefit. You as well as me. You help me being that mirror. And what does a mirror do? It reflects everything, it retains nothing, and it rejects nothing. So may you be that mirror to me so that I can identify both the pluses and minuses in me, so that it can help me identify that negative, so that I can work and clean that out, and let me nourish that positive and bring it out. Similarly, may I be that mirror to you so that you could help me grow and I could help you grow. And may we both thus, identifying our positive skills and resources, let us put the effort in the right direction. Saha vīryaṃ karavāvahai. And in order to do that, tejasvi nāvadhītamastu. May my intellect be constantly shining forth with that clarity which yields wisdom. It is the knowledge that leads to clarity. Clarity leads to conviction. Conviction leads to courage. And that courage leads to willpower. And with that will, the stronger the will, the greater the task achieved. May I be helped by you, and may I help you as well. May we both help each other. And through us, let us help the environment and society around us. Saha vīryaṃ karavāvahai. Tejasvi nāvadhītamastu. Ma vidviṣāvahai. And in this effort, as we get closer and closer, let us not create any sense of animosity. Let us not become inhuman towards each other. Because what happens? Ati parichayat avagnya. Proximity leads to contempt. That as I get closer to someone or some environment, I start seeing not just its shining aspects, but something which is not that palatable. And let us not bring that forth in the forefront, because we are not perfect. Neither am I perfect, nor the environment that I exist in is imperfect. Therefore, let us not bring that negativities in, but instead let us focus on that which is positive, so that the strength of that positive flushes out that which is negative. Otherwise, we start dvesha, hating each other, hating the environment, hating each other as human being. That is not being productive. In order to be productive, let us focus on these positive aspects. Let us work together. Let our intellect be illumined with that clarity and wisdom. May we both restlessly put that effort. Om śāṃtiḥ, śāṃtiḥ, śāṃtiḥ. Such ones will gain peace. Such ones will gain the ability to cherish. Such one will have the ability to provide that peace and joy for every environment around. And the nobility of all this effort is not just for being peaceful and joyful within, but to reach to that peace and joy so that I can reach out and help everyone around to gain that peace and happiness. Now, with such a sublime thought, with such a powerful thought given, sometimes when I look around, I find that we as humanity are trapped in the words, trapped in the concepts, trapped in the ideologies, which instead of bringing us together is dividing us farther and farther. Sad to note that we talk about Tolerance. Maybe our earlier generation has talked about tolerance just so that we can put all these different communities, different ideologies, different religions, different philosophies together and say, hey, you may not like each other, at least put up with each other. That is what tolerance means. Put up with each other. You may not like, you may not love, just put up with each other. We as humanity have shrunk the entire globe into a small village. We have made better communications, we have made better transport, we are even exploring the space outside. We have shrunk the entire globe into a small village. And this small village, though the distances, the space has been reduced, but we have distanced each other from each other. Instead of bringing us together, it has become a tool for our own discord, a very divisive mentality that we have created. Whenever we talk about this concept of tolerance, we inadvertently have invented this equation that I am the one who is tolerating, you are the one who is being tolerated. Wherever this equation has been of tolerance, of tolerated and tolerating, what have we created? That which is being tolerated is looked down upon. And that which is looked down upon is forced to look up to that who is tolerating. So what have we created? We have created a superiority and an inferiority complex in every equation where there is tolerance. We as humanity were supposed to come together, shoulder to shoulder. And the concepts that we believe in, the principles that we believe in, the philosophy that we believe in, instead of bringing us together, has only made us separate from each other, distant from each other. This equation of tolerance, as a humanity, we should be able to throw it away, shred it away. Because it is not going to be productive. It is not going to be positive environment. Whether it be a relationship between a husband and a wife, whether it be a relationship between a boss and a subordinate, or between peers, or between communities, between societies, between nations, between religions, between philosophies. Wherever the equation is the equation of tolerance, we have already destroyed each other. Because the one who I am tolerating does not feel that I have the ability to tolerate, but instead it is they who are tolerating me. Instead, as great a resilient community, as resilient humanity that we are, we should focus on a different concept. That concept which brings us together, that platform that brings us together, binds us together, should be the platform of acceptance. Now, wherever there is a platform of acceptance, it is a sense of acceptance, accepting everybody from their background in spite of their baggage, their negativities, their differences. It need not be always negative. There may be a different standpoint. But even in that standpoint, to accept them with that completeness, to come together. This platform of acceptance builds that bridge. The platform of tolerance, even before bringing us together, has already broken that bridge. Once we have accepted each other, there is a scope to start loving each other, to start knowing each other, to start liking each other. Knowing leads to liking, liking leads to love. Loving all that which is positive and not that which is negative. I'm not saying that we should ignore it. But once connected in love, the strength of love is so strong that it can flush out those negativities both within me as well as within you and through us to the world around us. That sense of acceptance is to be generated, is to be created. If not, claiming ourselves to be the zenith of this creation and then constantly bickering with each other, constantly trying to find faults with each other, we have to start behaving better than what we are. We as humanity have to learn from the nature around that there is that oneness in that togetherness. Whether it is creatures, whether it is plants, whether you look around in the nature, we will find that in that togetherness, in that acceptance, there is oneness. There is a bridge, there is a cordial relation created. On that platform of acceptance, there is a scope for loving each other. Loving not because of something, because if there is love because of something, it is already lost. It is loving in spite of the baggage or the negativities of the differences. Whether the difference be of the skin color, or it be of nationality or a gender or caste, creed, putting aside all of these, coming together in that bond of love, we can start nourishing each other in identifying those skills, those potentialities, those positive, having identified which, having nourished which, I can flush my negativities out, the environment's negativities out, and I can become a positive, productive contributor to the entire society. Having thus gained peace and joy within, I can be a productive part of contributing that peace and joy to every environment that I exist in. That is when that I can really cherish the fact of being a human. Together, once we have found that bond of love for each other, then we can devote ourselves in finding something higher, something sublime, that we can dedicate our resources and positive skill sets so that the entire environment benefits from it. Though we have progressed on the externalities, this inability to progress within is like a big burden that we are trying to pull across from generation to generation to generation. We have created successfully dictators. We have successfully created environments of hostile existence. That has to be broken. Shame on us if we give the same environment, same demeaning environment to our next generations. Let us stand as that ideal that can bring that love, that acceptance, having gained which we can devote to that Almighty in every being around us, in every creature around us. Let me end it with the most sacred mantra, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. May everybody be peaceful. May everybody cherish that environment of healthy living. May together we be a contribution to remove and annihilate each other's pain rather than providing it. May everybody thrive, and in order to thrive, we need to create that environment of acceptance. In that acceptance, we find peace and joy, and with that peace and joy, all negativities be removed, and with that, we can devote for a higher cause as humanity. Let us progress further into a right direction. It's high time as humanity that we come together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.